Hi guys, Cindy over at paper.old.new. Welcome back to my channel. We are looking at things to do with 12 by 12 paper. In this particular set, the next two videos actually, because it ended up, I ended up splitting it up. In the next two videos, we are going to go through making these two little booklet things. And these are ones that I sat upstairs on my little crafting table upstairs and just stared at a piece of scrapbook paper and tried to make something kind of simple. It was late at night, so simple was about the best you were going to get out of me. So this has a little flip up and 3 tucks, and then a place here to put like a pad. So you've got a tuck here, a tuck here, and a tuck up here. And then an area here that you could either just turn into journaling space, put a little pad, you know, however you wanted to treat it. Okay. And that's that one. So this flips down and then these flip closed. Okay. And I think I usually flip them this way because this is how you open a book. But anyway, so you could clip this into your journal. Again, with this one, if you wanted to glue it down, you could and make that a pocket. And then this will flip up over the pocket or whatever you've got in there. And then I made this one. This was another version of the same thing, except this one flips down and we have 2 tucks and this kind of little angled pocket. So over the course of the next 2 videos, we're going to make these 2 little things and we're going to start with this one. So if you guys are interested, stick with me and bring out some scrapbook paper and join in the fun. So let's get out a couple of pieces of double-sided paper. I'm going to get candy and stripes because you know me, I'm trying to use up this Halloween paper. So I'm going to use that. I don't know about the ghosts, guys, because we fold in all kinds of directions and I don't know. Yeah, it flips. So this flips upside down. So this one, directional paper, probably, this one's going to, unless you don't care, this one is definitely going to flip around your paper. It would be nice if some of these monsters just went all willy-nilly directions. Oh, I could use this one. Okay, so I could do 2, 1 of each with that. And then the idea was to do some coffee dyed paper ones. I'm being really ambitious here. So let's see how far we get. All right. So these are pretty basic. I did not use, these were the ones that I did not use a scoreboard for. But I am looking at maybe doing a scoreboard, to put this together this time. Basically what I did was I folded it. So it's in half. So we want one at 6 inches, right? Right down the middle. Now this way, the question is, where do we want to have any allowance for folds? So if I'm making this one, okay, I have a piece that folds in here. My allowance would be down here. I would need, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to score it at the at 4 inches. And then like we did before, I won't force the folds. So 4 inches and 8 inches. I mean, this is very basic. I won't force the folds until we've made the cuts. And I'm going to go ahead and score all of them so that they're ready to go. So this is a 6-inch score. And then I can put the scoreboard away and I don't have to worry about getting it back out again. 6 inches, and then turn it and go 4 inches and 8 inches. And it's the same for both styles. Okay, now this one, that's why it's shorter than 12 inches. So let me see if this is actually shorter than 12 inches. Yes, it's 11 1/8. So let me think. Let's do the 6 inch, the 6 inch one here. We'll do the 6 inch fold on the short side. And then 4 and 8 on the side that is still, oh, it doesn't matter. They're both 11 1/8. I mean 11 7/8. So I got a short end on both sides. So we'll see how that works. When I get around to the folding and stuff, I'm going to be doing it on the Halloween one. I should get out my cutter. Do you know me, guys? I'm stubborn. So I hope you guys are liking these. These were just, me sitting, like I said, I sat upstairs and I stared at a piece of paper. And I said, okay, what can I do with this? Can I fold it? What can I do with it? I think we're going to go 6 inches. Yeah, we're going to go 6 inches this way. And then we turn it. And we say 4. Jump ship on me again. I don't know what I'm doing, but oops. And 8. I will say my coffee dyed paper is rather curly. So I don't know if that makes a difference. All right. Okay, let's bring the Halloween. Let's put the scoreboard away. Let's do that first. Okay, so there's our scoreboard. Move our scissors and get our Halloween pages. So the first one we're going to do is this one. So basically it goes this way. We need to get our ruler. We need to figure out how we can do this so that we can see. That's what we really need to do. Because the score lines are hard to see. I'm trying to see if one of these ways is... Oh, my stuff's sliding. Guys, I need like 6 more tables. Okay, let me see if I can find a way to see these. There they are, but as soon as I turn them this way, they disappear. Now I can't cut the other way, so this is going to have to be how we do this. All right, we're going to line it up on the 9, so I know where it is. And because this one has the thing that folds down, let's move those out of the way. This one has the thing that, guys, this one has the thing that folds down, so we want to cut up. Now, obviously, we don't have to cut up. I could just cut and flip it around. I'm trying to remember whether I want. Okay. All right. So we're going to cut down, or you can cut up if you want to start at your middle score line so that you remember where you are. Okay, and then this folds down. Now, I will say this. One thing I did do, because see this little lip? I made that from this cardstock. So what you're going to do to get your little lip for your pocket, and it might be a good idea to score it just because it'll definitely be a lot easier to fold if you score it. But you're going to cut about 3/4 of an inch down so that you have a little lip. And I don't want it to be wide. I just want it to be, you know, a small little lip. Now, what I'm thinking about doing on this one is ooh, can I get the corner rounder in there? I might not be able to. I don't want to tear it. I don't think I can do it. Maybe I can do it after I fold it. I'm actually going to score it just to, no, I said I wasn't going to need the score board again, and here I am lying to you. Okay, so we're just going to go, this is at 4, and I want it to be 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go all the way back to 3 1/4. And don't push so hard. Okay. Oh, scoreboard needs to go in the drawer. See, last night I'm not practiced with the scoring on this one just because last night I didn't use a scoreboard to make this one. I don't think I can round that, guys. I can't get it in there. Can I get it in this one? I can't get it in any of them. All right, it gets to stay square. Unless I can figure out some other way to decorate it. Okay, so we're going to do this like that. And then this folds down this way. So you can either hide the lip. Oh my Lord, guys. You can either hide the lip or you can show the lip on your pocket. Now, if you show the lip on your pocket, it's going to be the same as the background. So it depends on what you want up against each other. And because these stripes don't really line up, I'm going to fold it under. Okay, so that's my bottom pocket down here. Okay, I know that seemed like an awful lot of work for one little pocket. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to line up the other the other line. Well, they are 4 inches wide. We're going to align the other line up on another line, and we're going to cut. We're actually going to cut 2 inches in. So here, because I want to split this one. And I didn't measure this one when I did it on here. I just eyeballed it. But since we have the grid and I can measure it, I'm going to make them somewhat even. So just down to the score line, you want to split this one in half. Why does that feel wrong? Probably because the ruler's in the way. Okay, now that makes this tuck. Right? So that makes that tuck. And this one you've got to cut free because that makes this tuck. Okay? So I'm going to lay my ruler along my score line. And the edge of this page. And I just want to go to this score line. And I'm going to cut this piece free. And now it folds over to make this tuck. And there we have it, guys. This is the one with the flip down. Okay, so if we glue all of our tucks in place, although I think I can, well, let's get to the inner corner first. If I can get to that. Okay, so on my tucks, I can get to my corners. And I folded that under anyway, so that's all right. Maybe we'll notch it instead. I can't get to those corners. That's just going to have to be the way it is. Because that corner is attached. So let's fold down our tucks and whatnot. And then we can do the other one. And then we'll see how long it took us to do both. And then we'll run through them again, hopefully on the coffee dyed version. And that way you can see them done twice. Or maybe I'll run through the coffee dyed version of this one and see how much time we have. So that if I'm only doing one in the video, they're both the same. That probably makes more sense. Okay. I've lost my I'm going to go over here to the side for just a second and squeeze the edges of this just so that the I don't like getting glue on my cutting mat, guys. Then everything sticks and it makes a mess and it's just a mess. Okay, so for this one we got to glue the one short side and the long side. Yeah, one short side and the long side. Sorry. I mean, I suppose you could just glue the long side and keep the top or the bottom open. I could see doing that if it was a top, but since this is a bottom, just my personal preference, I seal the bottoms. Okay, so that's that. Now for this one, we're going to glue our little flap down. And hopefully, since I stuck it inside the pocket, it's not going to catch anything when stuff is sliding in and out of here. That's my only other worry with these fold over spots. I do like the fact that they give the top of the pocket where you're slipping stuff in and out, they give it a little bit of something extra as far as bulk is concerned so that it doesn't. And then I think I am going to notch it. I didn't notch the other one, but since we're kind of working a little bit still in the experimental phase, yeah, that makes it look a little different so they're not all the same. And now we glue it down. Okay. Sorry, I know sometimes I go really quiet when I'm gluing. I apologize if you guys don't like quiet spots in your videos. Sometimes I'm just concentrating and talking is too hard. Okay. And I'm making a mess besides. It's like I've got glue everywhere. With this one, normally, and I was thinking about doing it and I didn't, I was going to break out my black ink and ink it, and I didn't end up doing that, so c'est la vie. But anyway, so we fold down the top like this, and then we're going to fold. Now, a book normally opens this way, so we're going to fold this one in first. And then we'll fold this one in. Oh, it's wanting to buckle on me, which means well, there are two pieces there. So maybe we just change where it folds a little bit. push it back a little, slightly, make sure it's straight. And just redo it. This is why I don't do a hard and fast fold on the score marks right away, because so for that last one you might want to knock 1/8 of an inch back. So this would be 3 7/8, and the other one would still be at 8, since it folds over 2 layers. So it opens up and you've got a tuck, a pocket, and then whatever you want to put here. My thought for these, of course, was like a little scrap pad. So we'll fold this one down and we'll try to make the one with the slant pocket. We got that one made. Oh no, we'll try and make, actually, let's do the coffee dyed one real quick. So, real quick, like I do anything quick. Okay. Ooh, look at that. All right, so if we're going to do this, we'll make this the inside. So this is how much of it, you'll see all that. So let's do this as the inside, which means we're going to put this on the 8 and we're going to cut the top, right? Stop moving. Make sure it's all lined up. Overhead lights are great until you want like no shadows, or until you want a shadow. And then all right, so we're going to cut this down to the middle line, just like that. And there's our pocket, right? Yay. I'll get the scoreboard out in a minute. We're going to go ahead and do the other side. I'm only sliding it down for ease of, I forgot this one is not, oh yeah, it is. Well, it's close. Good enough. Okay, so we're going to cut this one here. If my paper would stop moving so that my cut is straight. We're going to cut this one here, just to the center. Remember, these are our tucks. Oh. See, I didn't come all the way down. Okay, so that folds down like that. And this is a little bit short because, I don't know if you can see that, but this is just a tad short because of that 1/8 inch missing on the scrapbook paper, and I didn't try to take it into account when I was... All right, so we're going to line this up on the score line. Like so. Cut here. And fold this over. Okay. So the only thing we have left to do is store this piece for the pocket. That is not... Okay. Oh, this must be the short side. Okay. So our pocket is going to be, we're going to move, let's make the ridge right about there. It's not an exact measurement. I mean, if I wanted to count the 8ths, I could. The only reason this one is off, guys, that would normally be 3/4 of an inch. It may still be 3/4 of an inch. The only reason that one's off a little bit is because this paper wasn't exactly 12 inches. So when you do that, of course, it's also all going to depend on how wide you want your pocket to be. I mean, maybe you want all of them to be this width, in which case, you know, you cut it all the way back. I just cut that off of there. Oh no, I was supposed to cut that off of there. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Freaking myself out for no reason. Okay. And that's our pocket, right? So let's glue this down first. Okay. So we're going to clip that and we're going to glue these down. I feel like my glue is being extra runny today. I don't know what that's all about. Half the time it clogs every other time I use it, and now I can't. It's like there's so much running out the nozzle. I'm getting these big blobs of big blobs of glue. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's get that folded down. All right. I haven't folded this pot. I was letting that glue dry a little bit before I put my punch through it. That's the only reason I stopped that and came to these. Okay. So one thing about coffee dyed paper, man, it does like to cring. And guys, I did not iron it. Like I didn't get out an iron and iron it, but it did sit under really heavy books and like a box of books for like a week after I dyed it. And it's still curly. Oh, my dryer's singing to us again. Every so often. Okay. I haven't done any inking on this one, so I'm not going to ink this pocket either. I feel like I got lazy with the inking on this one. And I've made the comment before, I am making these are process videos. I am making very basic, put these together projects. So right now, like I said, I am different from, like I've seen people, they'll decorate up a whole ton of ephemera and then stick it in a basket. And then they've got all this ready-made, done, completely done, decorated ephemera ready to use. I can't do that. My brain doesn't work that way. So what I need is the absolute basic that I can get, a basket of it. So like a whole bunch of these pockets made out of, they can be made out of different kinds of paper. Like obviously this will go in a Halloween journal, but it could go in different Halloween journals, right? So, but my thing is absolutely basic. The only thing this has to do is the color green has to be, you know, something that could go in the whatever journal I make that this goes in, right? So this can go anywhere. There we have it. And because this can go anywhere, I can decorate it with flowers. I can decorate it with butterflies. I can decorate it with frogs. I can decorate it with, you know, fish, lizards, snakes, whatever. Anything can go on here, and I can put this in any kind of journal right now. So I don't want to limit myself. So I'm building bases, and I'm building up stashes of bases. So that's kind of where my head is, and that's kind of how my process will go. I know that, so that these will kind of go into a to-do box. You know, it'll be my ephemera stash and my to-do box. They'll get decorated as I go. Let me see. So we're going to make this one next. It flips down, and it has a slanted pocket and an optional up tuck. Is that what you call those? I'm telling you guys. Junk journal vocabulary book. I'm gonna make one. So yeah, optional up tuck, or you can just cover that up and decorate it, or, you know, put a pocket here and have two pockets, you know, whatever you want to do when you decorate this. But this one has a slanted pocket. We'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.